I finally got to play 2 Point Hospital, and I am so happy for the experience. 2 Point Hospital is one big dosage of nostalgia. If you, like me, grew up playing the gem of a game called Theme Hospital, then my money's on you loving this game. 2 Point is a hospital simulation game with an amazing sense of humour, especially in the wordplay department. Oh my word, there are some absolute corkers. You take control of the running of a hospital and have to lead it to its success. There are various clinics and treatments you'll need to invest in so you can treat the amazingly named illnesses that plague 2 Point County. Each doctor, nurse, janitor and assistant have various skills and traits that make them better at their jobs. If you can't find any staff with the qualifications that you want, don't worry, you can always train them up in the training room. Staff management is one of the more tricky challenges to the game. You'll need to strike a balance between good at their jobs but not too overpaid, and cheap and cheerful but basically just there to build up the numbers. This was always something I had a bit of a challenge with. The various hospitals in the county act as the game's levels. Each one has a new set of challenges and limitations which gets progressively harder and harder with each hospital. I got the exact same feeling playing 2 Point Hospital as I did when I played Theme Hospital. I didn't want to stop playing my hospital even though I'd finished the level. That's why I was so happy to see they included a sandbox mode. Now, as much as I love playing 2 Point, the controls were a bit clunky if I'm being honest. I feel like other games with similar controls function so much more intuitively. Placing and moving objects is a bit of a chore here. I was so sad when I'd realised I'd misplaced some chairs in one of my hospitals and I had to move them. Not because I got it wrong, but because I had to go through the painstaking process of moving them. You should just be able to pick up an item that you've placed and place it somewhere else. But here you've got to click and hold it down to be able to select to pick up the item, and then you've got to rotate it as you see fit, and then you've got to place it down. And in this particular case, I couldn't place them in the right spot straight away, so I had to move them into a holding spot whilst I fixed the whole layout of the chairs. It was a bit of a nightmare just to move some chairs. The visuals are lovely. I love how the style is similar to that of the Theme Hospital intro animation and character designs. The various illnesses look brilliant, which is a sentence I'd never thought I'd say. I love watching the various treatment rooms in action. I can only imagine what the design process for these was like. The audio is the main reason I love this game. I love the fake radio station, I love the PA announcements, I think the music is great. Everything is laced with sarcasm and it just makes the game. Would it really be a hospital sim without the PA letting patients know that there's so much litter because they keep dropping it? Or reminding them not to die? It's just brilliant. 2 Point Hospital is a fun game with a nice bit of challenge. Go and give it a play now, especially if you're a fan of Theme Hospital. And even if you're not, and you're just up for a bit of a laugh, it's so much fun. Well, that's it for this week's review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Until next time, ta-ta for now.